afternoon, YouTube. Gord King here. Red Dead Redemption 2. We're in the epilogue. Gonna have some fun today. It's gonna be a good time. How's everybody doing? We have White Bear in the chat. What's up, Whitey? Exactly. Blah, blah, blah. Well, the coughing's over now. Which, that's actually sad. It's sad. Now we're with John, who's wearing this ugly hat. Actually, it really only looks ugly in this game. I'm gonna be honest. I think these hats... I like these kind of hats. But yeah, I decided I'd start a little earlier than I normally do. Mostly just kind of, get this out of the way before I watch Hacksaw Ridge and do some writing and whatnot. So, yeah. That's the coolest way to tell someone their husband passed. Well, their coughing stopped. Kinda, yeah. I mean, it's both cool and maybe slightly dark. It's like, is my husband okay? It's like, well, his coughing stopped. It's like, oh. Listen to all those cows.
Milton, get over here. Mr. Geddes, this is the new ranch hand I told you about.
Well,
Mr.
I heard you had some trouble with your
Geddes.
welcome, but you kept your nerve and protected my property.
Nah, it was nothing, sir.
I'm David Geddes. Pleased to meet you.
John, Jim.
I am
No.
David
Thank
Spaghettis.
you for the opportunity, sir. You and Mr. Dickens.
Work hard. You be honest, you'll get your keep. I promise you that.
Boy has a family.
Lucky man. And you better work extra hard. Good day, gentlemen.
Sir.
You hear that, John, Jim? Extra hard. Hey, get over here. Mr. Dickens, we'll find old Jim Milton here something to do. Make sure he works extra hard. Sure, Mr. Dickens.
It's like, I'm on to you.
Come on this way. I was on my chores anyhow. Say, is that your family getting in the wagon up there?
Ah, I believe it is. Mind if we go welcome them?
Not at all. Hey, is it true what they said about you when you arrived? That you ran off those hired guns?
Look, can we, not discuss this in front of my wife?
Oh, no, sure. Yeah, of course, mister.
I don't want to worry her.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, the wife doesn't like it when I survive violent encounters.
Mrs. Milton!
Jim Milton, how fine you've seen. This kind man just collected us. Thank you, sir.
I think we can be okay here. It's ranching work. This place is kinda...
It's fine.
Kinda
I
gay.
hear you began your career in ranching by throwing your weight around. Real wise, Jim.
What was I supposed to do? The place was getting robbed.
So you show everyone who's boss? Real fine.
We didn't have much of a choice. I gotta go. Jack, when you're done in here, come on out and lend a hand.
I think he needs a little red stripe redemption. That shirt is hideous.
You are gonna milk the cows?
Sure. Why not?
Oh, I don't know. I thought you was,
I'm a ranch hand. A new one, at that.
when you got here.
And I want to get my ranch hands around some udders, dang it.
I was just getting my wagon back. That's all. Well, nothing.
Oh, it weren't nothing. It's about time someone stood up to them fellas. No. Where are you from, anyway, partner?
Around, up north, mostly. Been in these parts before, but that was years ago.
Oh, it's changed. The rich fellas are coming in and buying everything, the ranches. But, well, it ain't as wild as it once were, at least.
There is that.
See, if it ain't too personal a question, are you a gunslinger, mister?
Good Lord, no. Nothing like that.
No. Just a ranch hand then.
Just a ranch hand. Failed at a bunch of things, like most men.
Well, I feel a
Ranching,
whole heap better having a
gunslinging.
ranch hand like you around. That is for sure.
Now, let's see how you feel once you see me work.
All right then. Here's the cows. Yeah, we used to have a bunch of women here did most of the milking.
Oh, I wish that sentence had stopped it. We used to have a bunch of women
Sour
here.
with milking?
It's like, oh, you had them in the stables, did you?
Ain't really done much of it.
It's like, well, we didn't have cows to milk.
Never really get the hang of it.
You serious, mister?
I'm more of a sling blader myself.
It's Jim Milton.
Hey, just sit down, I'll show you how. Approach her calm now. She don't take too kindly to surprises.
What would a surprise milking look like?
Okay. Almost got a pail full.
Now do the male cow. It's like, what?
Hey, Mom, is that your boy?
Sure. Hey, Lancelot.
Well, hey, Lancelot. Hey.
Oh, hey, Pops, how you doing?
We're gonna make a dairy baby your fall, yeah.
Appreciate you popping in. Haha.
Never thought I'd see the day.
Watch and learn, partner. We all gotta earn our keep.
That's enough, Jim. Come on. How about you and the boy help me clean out the stables?
Sure. Come on, son.
How old you now, Lancelot?
12, sir.
Ain't that good? Ain't such a fine name.
I like it. I got imaginative parents, sir.
I can tell. Now, it ain't pleasant work, but it's gotta be done. Mr. Dickens said,
I know what he said. We'll do it. Won't we, boy?
It's like, I'm Jim and this is my son, Lancelot. You could have just said Lance.
well, you get them stalls cleaned out and I'll see you later.
And we have John
Bye.
Marston himself
Okay.
in the chat.
Jack,
Hello.
Let's just try and take some pride in this work, hard as it may be. Boy, bring that wheelbarrow over here and keep it close to me.
Yes, sir.
Time to scoop the poop. Time for a little American Gothic.
You're a long way from Angelo Bronte's mansion now.
Sorry, sir.
Nothing.
Be careful.
Oh, you know, just doing a bit of shoveling. We're doing great, Mr. Marston.
Stinking piles.
Ew. Coming.
Most video games only do this in the figurative sense. People call me John, and my last name is Roberts' Abigail's last name. Well, there you go. Cool, cool.
Look at this horse shit.
Why do I have to look at it?
Reckon even your mother would say we're almost done here. You finish things up, I'll go check on her.
Okay.
I mean, it's pretty easy to tell when you're done. It's just when there's no more crap, you're done. Have a Abigail, we finished. Come look at all the poop we collected. That's how you used to call back. Today we just call people to the toilet and say, "Hey, come take a look at this." Back then you showed them the little wagon full of it.
Hey,
Where's Jack?
shoveling shit in pursuit of the better life you want? Same as I've been?
Won't do him no harm.
I know.
Guess maybe we can last here. Survive.
I appreciate it,
Better than
Cannoli.
survive for once. I'm tired of fleeing, John. So, well, you know.
Me too.
I'll put some coffee on.
Woohoo! $3. I wonder how I could have acquired a gold medal for all the shoveling. I guess shovel faster. Yeah, let me make sure I do this right. Ba-da-ba-ba-da. Let's see. We got Father for beginners. We have farming and fatherhood for beginners. We'll start with farming. We'll learn how to do fatherhood later. Fence building minigame.
Can you give me a hand with this fence?
Sure.
Know much about fence building?
Not really.
Can't build a fence, can't milk a cow, ain't used to shoveling shits, but took on a gang of robbers single-handed.
Guess we all got our peculiarities, Mr. Dickens.
What was you doing before you came here?
I told you. Wife got cheated out of inheritance. We was in a legal dispute. It was a bad time.
That sounds awful, but I guess I don't believe a word of it.
I was raised to take a man at his word, and also to believe this is a free country. So free that I can't tell you what to think. So I guess it don't much matter what you believe. But I will work hard, and I learn fast.
Okay. Give me a hand with this fence.
We're going to build a wall.
Yep. There's plenty more to do. Pound it in there. We don't want it coming down. Good. Now grab a rail, line it up with a notch, and place it in.
Alrighty.
Don't dawdle. Now, lift up the other side. They gotta line up, see? Now the next rail. Fine. Good.
Easy enough.
Okay.
We did it. We built a fence.
That looks okay. Go to the next post and pound that in. I hope you've grasped the basics. I got other matters to attend to, but there's more than a day's work here for you.
All right. So long. Okay.
That's right. That's right, Vex. No more bathing Arthur. I am protesting this game by not bathing myself. Wait a minute, that's not a good idea.
Jim Milton, over here. Put that fence down and get over here, boy.
I just started. What the heck? Oh no.
Come on, son. Hurry. Hurry.
Oh
Get
snap.
over here.
Coming.
Come on, give us a hand. Know much about bulls, Milton?
Just the basics. Don't make them mad.
Angus Geddes, this is Jim Milton.
Mr. Milton?
Angus is your boss's son.
Nice to meet you.
Now what's going on, Waylon? How you doing?
Chuck.
Come on, move!
Wait, what are we doing? Dude, why'd you slap it? Oh jeez.
I'll get him. No.
Oh jeez.
No. No.
Oh no. It's like a china in a bull shop.
Now where you go? Come on, Finn. No.
Oh no.
No. Don't. I gotta build that. Come here.
Woo. Can I shoot it? Please tell me I can just shoot it. I really am. I don't think I'm to blame, really. They're the...
Gotcha. How am I gonna calm this thing down? You don't look like you're gonna wind down. But I'll try. Relax, my friend. It ain't so bad. Nice and easy now, boy. There. Whoa there. Easy.
I'm a lollipop man, but I know karate.
Now come on, you hunkin' Chuck. Come on. Got him, Mr. Dickens.
Oh, good.
They just didn't help at all. They were like, let the new rancher handle it.
But I'll be okay. Thank you, Mr. Milton.
My pleasure. And you, mister?
Fine. He just got my head.
Good. There he is.
See you later, Jim Milton. We'll make a rancher of you yet.
Oh my goodness. Uh-oh. Abby's frisky.
I'll get the coffee on.
Thank you.
I'm headed to work today myself, Jack.
Huh?
So you stay out of trouble.
Where are you working?
I told you. Cleaning at the doctor's office. Bye.
Bye.
Give the place a tidy.
Okay, Pa.
See you later.
It's like, son, where on earth did you get a Game Boy? And what is it? Ain't nothing but a farm simulator with DLC. Yeah, except you play all the DLC before you get to the farm simulating. It's just like, wow, that is a massive DLC with a whole lot of violence. Where are my other hands? I'm pretty sure they're attached to your wrist, stupid. Jeez.
I said, Abe, where are the other hands?
I thought I said I don't rightly know, Mr. Geddes, sir.
Well, what good is that to me? We got 3 horses lost, possibly more, a mare about to foal,
Sir.
and no hands to help with any of it. I'm supposed to be heading into town. This place is chaos.
Hey, Pa!
Mr. Geddes is planning to buy up the whole town. He's gonna call it Gettysburg.
Okay. I'll do whatever needs doing, sir.
Good man. Can you help my boy, my youngest?
Yeah, I have heard this is gonna be on
He will
Switch.
insist on riding Jeremiah, a horse that is
On
far
Switch
too strong
2.
for him.
I mean, I've already got it here and on Steam, so I'm like, I don't know if I'll buy it again, but
Abe, sir.
we'll
Dickens,
see.
better not make any more mistakes like you did today, you hear?
No, sir.
Thank you. Both of you.
Come on, he's over here.
Yeah, I picked up a couple of games that were on sale in my Steam library. I got the Warhammer Space Marine game. I got Call of Juarez Gunslinger, which we were talking about a few last week. That was like $3. I was like, sweet. And Jade Empire, I got that too. Underrated game.
Laramie boys weren't so tough after all, huh? Maybe I could have handled him.
Of course you could. You're just loud.
Yeah, exactly, Vex.
So,
Space Marine 1 or 2? 1.
What's doing in town? Some business with them boys or
I want to play 1 before I play 2.
When Mr. Geddes goes in.
Plus 2 is too expensive at the moment.
It ain't exactly for business.
Oh. Okay then.
All right. He'll be just at the end there.
Space
I
Virginia.
better get to.
Thanks, kid.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of good stuff about Space Marine, and I've heard it holds up pretty well. Space Virginia. Yeah.
You Duncan?
I mean, that is the next best way, Nadia.
Hey.
Need a hand with that horse?
No.
Whoa. You sure about that?
Okay, yes. Yes, I do.
Pretty big one.
That's Jeremiah.
Whoa, none of that. Okay, Jeremiah. There, boy. Easy.
Time to do a little horse whispering.
Easy, boy. Oh, someone put some onions on their oats, didn't they, boy?
Oh, poor little Jeremiah. Somebody's pops went out for menthols, didn't they?
Sure he likes onions.
It's okay.
I'll make him respect me and behave.
Can't you teach me how to make him behave same way as he does for you?
I'm supposed to go help your mother. She's got a horse in foal.
That'll take hours.
Well, training a horse can take hours.
Just give me a quick lesson, sir. Please.
Okay. Let me ride him a bit first. Get some of the spunk out of him.
Oh.
Corral, then.
Yeah, alright, let's get time to ride the spunk out of Jeremiah. That's not at all uncomfortable.
Everything you got. Come on.
Is there anywhere in particular we're supposed to ride?
You got some energy? Show me then.
Yeah, ride that spunk. No spunk.
Let's get a lather up.
Spunk.
Yeah, boy. Yeah, Jeremiah.
Run like the law is chasing you. Stop that mental ban, otherwise milk prices would have kind of hiked. Yeah.
Need more. Come on. All right, good boy. You ain't gonna give us no trouble now.
You come back just absolutely covered. He's like, what is that on you? It's like, stamina? It's like, I've got horse stamina all over me. Is that normal when you train a horse? It's like, it can be.
All right. He's ready for you.
Okay.
Get on up there. Go nice and slow. Stay calm.
Me?
The horse. You're calm.
End up having
Heart's beating a little.
your same stats from
Horse
our...
calm. And your legs strong.
Talking about like, do they carry over? Let's see. Ba-doom. Or are you talking about, like, health and whatnot?
Don't let old Jeremiah sense fear.
I won't.
Doing fine. Real nice.
Like, I think they're the same. I think you maintain all of that. You don't get to keep, like, money and things like that.
You sure
Or the
there's not
guns.
a horse for you to ride around here?
I had a pony, but I'm too grown for him now.
Yeah? You think my son could borrow him?
Huh? Lancelot?
Yeah.
Sure. I'll get it hitched by your cabin there.
All right. Thank you, son.
Can I ask, are we in trouble from all these Laramie boys? They say Mr. Abel's real rich, way richer than Pa, and he's got all these hired guns out of Laramie, and if Pa doesn't sell, well, they'll come here and they'll...
Hey, easy there. You don't have to worry about all that. You just worry about Jeremiah there.
Yeah, but...
Just worry about the horse. Yeah?
Yes, sir.
I think you two might be ready to go out without a chaperone.
Oh, I'm not sure about that.
You're good. Nice and easy now. Both of you.
Yeah, don't be such a space vagine. You'll be fine with all your horse riding.
I thought you were gonna help me.
I am. I was. I'm sorry.
Come on. I need a man's help.
Oh, snap.
And what have I told you about distracting the hands?
I'm sorry, Mom.
Well, I hope you'll listen to me better than my husband.
Thanks, Jim.
You're doing fine, kid.
I'm gonna go deplete your mom's stamina.
This is the stall. I need you, Milton. Now. So, you know much about birthing a foal, Milton?
Not too much.
My God, where does my husband find men like you? Still, we all know where he goes in town, and it ain't hunting for hands. It's not too
What do you
hard.
mean?
Just stick a hand in there and get a feeling for where the legs are. Go on.
Whatever you say, ma'am.
This is so unsanitary.
Okay, now hold on.
I think John should have just, like, grabbed, like, just the horse's legs, not gone inside of it.
Okay, well, I think she's... well, we're not out of the woods, but I think she may be okay.
Great.
We'll make a proper hand of you yet, Mr. Milton.
I hope so.
Thank you.
What did I pull out of her?
Oh, and Mr. Milton, feel free to make a call at the house sometime. Perhaps even now. A drink to toast our new arrival.
I'd like that, but my wife is expecting me back.
Oh, you're married? I didn't know we had any married hands.
Yeah. We have a boy. Maybe you've seen him around?
Oh, I'm busy. Too busy for social calls.
Of course.
Good day, Mr. Milton.
I thought I had to deplete more stamina. I mean, I read her intent, right? Wait a minute, John, go. Isn't there somewhere you can wash your hands? You just had your hand up, yeah, that's... Come on. Wash the hands.
Hey, John.
Jim.
Sorry.
So, this is what you wanted. Fake names, which, by the way, Dickens sees clean through.
John.
Us on the run.
Do you think he's related
This is our
to
chance
to
to
Wes
try something
Dickens
new.
from the first game?
Come on. Please. For me.
So clean hands are the... So,
For him.
that's true.
How's he been?
Been kind of withdrawn. Quiet. You know.
Sure.
Take him out, please.
John pulls out his
Come on,
gun.
boy.
That's not what I meant by take him out.
Come on.
Yeah, Abigail's like the ex-OnlyFans model now.
The pony?
Get on him. We're taking a ride. Duncan, Mr. Getty's boy lent it to you. Let's go. How you doing?
Fine. Can we go home?
Sweet. Just walked outside. Can we go home?
Stay calm. Where would you like to go riding?
He's gonna be like Ray and in Bruges now.
No. But maybe that stream?
Good idea. Hey, you know all this. Get him going. Come on. You know.
We gotta put White Bear to sleep.
A horse can feel your fear. Just act confident, okay?
Uh-huh. Confident. Yep.
Don't pull on the reins. You'll yank his bit out. Use your legs.
Phrasing, John. Phrasing. We gotta talk about yanking his bit out.
Now let's go. Jack, a little kick and a... See, you can do it. How about you speed up a mite?
Okay. Whoa. Oh.
Alright, we don't want him to die, that's for sure. It's like, okay. It's fine. I don't know if I've ever seen him get bucked off the horse. Let's just make him like go really fast.
Even faster, come on.
Faster?
Yeah, see, you're good. No problem. I'm guessing there'll be some kind of indicator if it like gets too dangerous or whatever. He'll be alright. It's very pleasant music too. I like that. We're literally just going for a ride. Hey, he slowed down. What the heck? Hey, Gooch, what's going on? How you doing? We're just going. I'm just teaching the boy the reins here.
We can go even quicker.
If you say so, sir. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go across to the stream.
Yes, sir.
All right, little bump drafting.
Here we are.
Yep.
We should get back.
I don't know if I call like the epilogue fan service necessarily, because I mean,
All right. We go back to the path and up to the ranch.
Okay.
because I mean it's like it helps you like to resolve like get rid of Micah and stuff like that. Helps the player to know like how they caught up to John and whatnot. But I like it. I think it's cool. I mean, like it's certainly something of a callback to how the first Red Dead ends, with you doing like ranch work and stuff like that. But it's got some cool stuff in there that I quite like. I mean, I definitely would be down for whoa. Like I definitely like would agree about Mexico should have been something they should have done. Oh yeah, I mean this is very much very tame stuff by comparison.
I beat you.
Well ridden, son.
I beat you.
Like I said, your riding has gotten so much better.
Thanks.
It's like, I beat you.
Hey, keep practicing your riding.
You too. You need it.
It's all the gun shoe. That'd be funny if it was Jack inside there just firing off a gun in celebration. Hyperbolic Ninja, what's going on? I kind of agree, but... Whoa, jeez!
You want to watch your mouth, boy. You will be the first one we kill.
Leave him alone.
Oh, careful, boys. Careful. Look at this tough guy.
Get out of here.
Oh, fancy pants Getty's paying you to be tough for him, huh?
No, he's paying me to keep the place clean.
Oh.
Said he had some problems with vermin.
Oh, listen to this. Real funny.
Alright, no problem, Vex. What a pansy.
Oh, heck. They didn't hire you because you're tough. It's because you're stupid.
I'm winning this fight pretty soundly, dude. Like, I would say he kind of does need your all's help, so you're all free to come down.
Get off that man! Get off!
He hit me first.
Oh, you can fight, boy. I'll give you that. Well, how's your wife in the brawl?
Leave my wife alone.
Oh, she's real pretty.
Get out of here!
Oh, quite a temper you got. Imagine you're frustrated with your lot in life, married to a shit-shoveling farmhand. What'd you do wrong to end up here?
Leave my wife alone.
Welcome to Big Valley, Jim Milton. Pleasure to meet you both. We'll see you again. And you, boy, tell Mr. Geddes we called. We'll be back.
Thank you, Mr. Milton. Thank you.
Don't worry about it.
Stop acting like a goddamn storybook hero, will ya?
What choice did I have?
Plenty, you moron. Plenty.
What the hellmans? You just want to let this guy get beat to death. My gosh. Finished Dark Souls last night to figure out what game to stream next. Well, there's Dark Souls 2. But there's other stuff.
John, I guess the trick is to decide by who.
That's just like me, for example. I choose to be caught by you.
Now, dear, I won't hear any more of it.
You won't hear any of it.
Not in front of the men.
You.
Oops. Didn't want to pick that. Do. Okay.
Smile.
You toad.
Do not embarrass me.
Let's just eavesdrop a bit. Oh, Pope.
Hey, I heard we had another incident with the Laramie boys.
Yeah, there was an
I
incident.
didn't mean to scare me.
Are you scared?
A little. I've got a lot invested in this place, and not just the land, but my family. It's hard to explain.
I understand. I'll do my best to keep you safe, sir.
I know you will. So how's your family?
Just fine. I should probably head back.
Yeah, I know how it is.
How'd you get on?
Okay, I guess.
Better?
Sure, I'm just tired.
I know.
Anybody
I think
want
he
some
made
more?
sure to have. Hang on.
No, I'm good. I miss Mr. Pearson.
John Marston, you're such a pig.
Oh my gosh.
All right, it's getting late. Let's get some rest. Good night, Jack.
Good night, Mama.
I watched Death on the Nile last night for the first time. I think he made sure to have Gal Gadot speak as little as possible. Yeah.
What was that?
What are you doing?
I mean, that's the best policy when you have Gal Gadot in your movie. One thing I have to commend Furious 7 for doing is only having her in picture form. That way she couldn't speak at all. Oh, what's going on, Asawi? Let me see. I was saving Dark Souls 2 for when I reach 500 subs. I've never played it before, so I want that to be a special stream. That's not the worst. I would say this, though. Dark Souls 2 is the worst one, and it's got a lot of problems. So, just know that you're walking into a game that's not very good. Did you finish the game yesterday?
Who's this?
New hand.
Yeah, I finished the game yesterday.
I lost my wind.
Did you just say he farted?
They've killed Mr. Tolbert.
They what?
Stolen my goddamn cattle. You men okay?
A movie.
Jim Milton saved my life.
70s one was way better.
Of course, it's
I've heard Haunting in Venice is actually pretty. From what I've heard, Haunting in Venice is pretty good.
I guess we are. Can you go too, Tom? Of course, sir. All right, Jim. I know you can handle yourself.
Little.
Go get your guns and head out.
Guns?
Oh, don't play coy with me, son. We need your help. I don't care what you used to do or what your name is. This is the land of second chances.
Understood.
Okay.
Come in, it's me.
What was it?
Mr. Getty's cattle was taken.
I'm sorry to hear that. What are you doing in that thing?
Mr. Getty's been real good to us.
What are you doing?
My job, Abigail. My goddamn job.
I mean, was this so uncommon, really, though?
This is gonna be the last we hear out of them.
If you're fighting people off, it's like, hey, you gotta grab a gun and take them out. I got that at 73 games for my cousin, and at the same time, I don't have the PC that can run them. I mean, eventually. Oh, shoot. Why does it not just start at the top? Like bloody normal.
Something up?
Yeah, we're turning.
What's all this about? Come on.
Sean McGuire, hello.
We'll be better on foot.
Okay, if you say so.
We are strategizing.
Place up ahead.
There's our cows. A couple guards out front. A couple more around the side, I imagine. Let's get a closer look. Let's go.
There was cattle barons using these intimidation techniques. Violence was common. Yeah, exactly. So I'm like, John having to grab his gun. I'm like, okay, I know he has a past with it, but I'm like, is it that uncommon that he'd have to do it? It's just kind of part of the life. Gotta fight people off sometimes.
Yes, sir.
Oh, also, Waylon, I on Steam I picked up Call of Juarez Gunslinger today. It was just like $3. I was like, sweet. Got him. killed him.
He's a shooter, all right. I think you got him.
What's this? What's this? Pump action shotgun. Sweet.
Let me deal with this. Who is this fella? That needs to be Milkface.
Oh. Oh. Oh, there was a guy there, another. Oh, he's still there. Run up on him. Oh. Oh. He didn't make it. Well, I mean, I kind of feel like I'm doing most of it, but... Get him! Where's the other guy? Got him right in the leg! Oh, slow-mo leg loss.
I got this. You boys take cattle. Hey. Hey. I know you're in here.
Piss stinking, shit shoveling, backwoods, sack up, no good, trash.
Take him out! Get him!
Ain't this fun?
You know that woman of yours got the look of a woman ain't had a real ride in her life. She's got to make do with some piss-poor stinking farmhand.
Up, there's the look! I grab my hat now. Let's see. Tom Horn, former Pinkerton who helped track down Butch Cassidy, worked for ranchers tracking down and killing cattle rustlers. Yeah, that makes sense. Called himself the cattle rustler exterminator until he killed a 14-year-old cattle rustler who happened to be the son of one of the local cattle barons, and they hung Tom Horn for murder. Oh, wow. Hello there, friend of Israel. Gotta get me some money and some loot and some betters. I gotta get that betters. What all y'all got on you? I gotta get this. Isn't it awesome that the new Captain America won't stand and represent America? I know, he's like, the America part doesn't really mean America. And I was like, wow, you're all not even trying to make this movie work, are you? Y'all want this to fail. And it's like, you're all already lying about what the budget to the movie is, because it ain't $180 million. We know with all the reshoots, it's a lot more than that. I don't know if I want to drop the Cattleman revolver. It's John's. But yeah, it's like they're working overtime to tank that movie. It's weird. But it'll be fun to watch it crash and burn. Been a little hit and miss story. Yeah. Like, I like Brandon for the most part, but it's a matter of what project he's doing. Like, I think he did a really great job with Thor, for example. I really liked that one a lot. But some of his other stuff, it's like, He's a dang good actor, though. He's a really good actor. I'm actually glad Christopher Nolan puts him in movies and stuff. I think he's pretty solid. It's almost like they're trying to get a tax break. Yeah. I don't think they should have any representation in my ninja. I mean, technically, ninja, it's kind of inherently representing Japan, which is fine. That's fine. But being a ninja, how would you really know? I mean, if they're a proper ninja, they have to stay hidden. That's the good thing about DEI ninjas, is they stay hidden. I think this is where Abigail leaves. He's like, I can't believe you defended the people we work for.
Hey, you're back. You did real well, Mr. Milton. This man can really fight. Saved the whole place.
That weren't nothing.
Well,
You saved my life.
No need to say nothing, sir. Just doing my job. Now, I don't think they'll be back tonight, but how about Abe? Just in case you stay up.
Yep.
See anything or hear anything, you fire that rifle 3 times.
3 times.
We'll all come running.
Will do.
Well said. And thank you, Mr. Milton. Truly.
Just glad to be of service, sir.
I understand. You get some rest.
Thank you, Mr. Geddes.
Death and Now was also Army. Also had Army Hammer. Yeah. Must have been one of his last relatively big roles.
What?
It's like, what did you want me to do, lady?
What choice did I have? Just answer me that. What was I supposed to do?
I think Selena should move to Japan, and she should create a game called Pokemon Gomez. I would play it. Where you just walk around various places, and you try to catch all of the Selena Gomez's.
Not be 2 people at once.
I'd play it.
That's all
I'd stream it. And then somebody could tell us we need to Pokemon Gomez to the pole mezzes. I would do it. Oh, you can just randomly milk cow. There we go. What's up, Jacob? How you doing? By the way, I will be on Jacob's channel tonight talking Hacksaw Ridge. They would make an exception for Selena Gomez. Come on, you're gonna do the Pokemon Gomez. We all know it. Of course they would. There are two ways to argue with a woman. Neither one works. Yeah. It's either you agree with them, which doesn't work, or you hold your ground. That doesn't work.
How you getting on?
Surviving. I think.
Here. I'll get you some coffee.
Only thing I know how to do is... Well, you know, undertakers like me. Cattle, not so much.
That ain't true.
Ain't no rancher. Rustled horses, not raised them. Stole cattle, not birthed them.
Well, actually, you have now.
I was reading the newspaper. I was reading about a old ranch, Beecher's Hope, down by Blackwater.
Was you?
Well, Jack read it to me, but I thought maybe we could raise some money. Bank could lend us the rest. We could be happy, John.
Bank loans? I got a goddamn price on my head, woman.
I know all about that. Every time we about to get somewhere, make something, you go and show the entire world that you ain't Jimmy Milton. Every place we've been, it's been the same. We start doing okay, and then boom, you act like the big man with the gun. Tired, John, and I guess I was dreaming a little. At least give me that.
Just feels hopeless.
You're doing better.
Milton! Milton, ma'am. Mr. Geddes
I'd
needs you to
be
head over
okay
to
with that,
Strawberry
Waylon.
in the wagon and collect some mail for him at the post office.
Sure. I'll take the boy with me. He's getting soft. Lancelot.
Come on. Jim, if you're heading that way, can you pick up a parcel for me? A dress I ordered. I think it's in your name?
My name.
I think so. One's in your name, and the other's in mine. Only one should have come in by now.
How much shopping you done?
Oh, yes, a real keen purchaser of goods, me. Look at me.
Okay, Lancelot.
Yeah, I heard something about that Israel and like that cartoon they're doing or whatever.
He's only a boy.
I mean, I'm not gonna watch it
Show him
anyway,
how
but
to drive the wagon a little. Save the real exciting.
unless I want to laugh at it, perhaps. But
Come on, get.
You take care now.
Of course. It's nice getting out of the house, huh?
I like being in the house, Pa.
Life ain't just about doing things you like, boy.
What happened the other night? With those men, did you kill them?
I did what I had to do to protect you.
and yes, I killed them, like a whole bunch of them.
Who's wrong about that? Here, want to take the reins a little?
I don't know, Pa.
It's easy, boy. Don't be scared.
Well, what do I do?
Well, just hold them and pull them short to slow down. Tell them to go faster. Give them a little switch. And then pull to one side if you want to turn.
They could probably smell the rotting bodies from their ranch. Yeah. Ooh, they're strawberry. I wish I had the money to pay illegals to clean my toilet.
Back in Strawberry there, kid.
I wish I had toilets to clean my illegals. Wait a minute.
It was foolish to forget mine, sir.
Look, I got some business to attend to with the clerk. I'll leave you with
Yeah, wolves will be eating good tonight, yeah.
trust you not to drive off with it?
Oh, I think I can be trusted to that.
Very good.
No, 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 no! Stop it! Stupid horse! It wouldn't stop. The wagon became inoperable. I think the horses became inoperable. Or the horse. It's just the one, but...
You know, I think this is the longest I've seen you without a book in your hand.
It was foolish to forget mine, sir.
Look, I got some business to attend to with the clerk. I'll leave you with
Uh-oh, uh-oh.
I trust you not to drive off with it?
Oh, I think I can be trusted to that.
Very good.
Didn't used to drive this slow.
I think this is the longest I've seen you without your genitals in your hands. What? It's like, really, boy, you gotta get out of the house every once in a while. Use that skill to milk cows or something, my gosh.
You all right, son?
Sure.
Cheer up a little. You wait here. I won't be long.
Okay.
And if you behave, I might let you drive us home. Hi, I'm here to...
Name?
My name? Jim Milton.
Jim Milton. Nope, nothing here.
Maybe try Marston. John Marston. It's a long story.
Okay, John Marston. Marston... Nope, nothing here for that name either.
Try Abigail Roberts.
Abigail Roberts. Abigail Roberts. Yeah,
Like, this is what...
we are.
And also, I'm here to pick up the deliveries for Pronghorn.
Why didn't Abigail just say it's in one's... She said one's in your name, one's in my name. It's like... Why'd you have to say it cryptically?
I will help you out.
That's true, Jacob.
I'll take these. You get the
Gotta
rest
let
of
the women pull the wagon.
Here, let me help you with this, Mr. Marston.
It's mostly Milton these days. It's a long story.
Whatever you say, Mr. Milton. It's not important. Take care now. Give my regards to Geddes.
Thank you very much, mister. Okay, let's get out of here.
Everything okay, Pa?
Sure. I hope so, at least.
Yeah, that was kind of dumb just to give your name up like that.
Come on, son. You'll enjoy it if you try a little harder.
Okay. Okay, Pa.
Tell you what, Jack, we'll stop in that motel over there. I'll let you learn the wonders of getting a bath.
So, wait. We've come all the way out here and we just gonna turn around and go back?
That's what we're doing. Turns out, I miss the seclusion of the ranch more than I figured for.
Don't you want to go to the store or the saloon or...
Hang on.
Anywhere?
We're going back. Okay, boy?
But I've been sitting in this wagon I don't know how long.
But nothing. Keep on driving and watch the road.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Jesus. Find your father, okay? I got my reasons, even if I don't care to explain them.
Yes, sir.
Better. Look, if I tell you to speed up, speed up. If I say slow down, you slow down, okay?
Sure.
The Karate Kid teaser sucks. I haven't seen it. Haven't looked at it. I actually haven't watched Karate Kid since season 3. Or I guess Cobra Kai was what I mean.
Who's this?
So I got a bit of catching up to do on that.
For me?
No, no, keep driving. Pick up the pace a bit.
I'm curious why John's making him do it. It's like, John, why don't you just take the reins and stop watching after season 3 as well? I mean, I can't say much about the latter seasons, but I'll probably finish them off just to see what happens. But I mean, honestly, like season 1 is, I mean, that was the best of it. And after season 3, I was like, well, it's not really. I don't think it's going to be able to match what they did in season 1. I mean, seasons 2 and 3 were fine. I liked them, but
I think the horse is getting skittish.
You'll be all right.
that was mostly, I was just like, yeah, they're fun. They're fun.
Huh?
What?
Nothing. Just keep driving.
Yeah, I think he's talking about the Legend Caesar. Haven't seen it.
Okay,
What? What's wrong?
don't look around.
Oh, Pa,
Hey.
those men. Are they following us?
Yes.
See that fallen tree? When we get there,
If ever Hell on Wheels for a whole episode.
and hide.
Hmm.
Oh, Pa.
You need to do exactly as I say, boy. Here,
I've got Hell on Wheels. I need to watch it.
come on. Quick.
I also picked up the first 10 seasons of Futurama for $25 yesterday.
Okay,
I was
Simon,
pretty pleased
wait
with
here.
that. I'm looking forward to watching that.
Don't move.
I haven't
Say
seen a ton of
nothing
it,
until I
but
speak to you. You hear?
Yes, sir.
I like what I've seen before of it.
Okay, gentlemen.
I'd like to get the first 10 seasons of Simpsons also, because those are good ones.
What's wrong with us?
Oh, we just want to have a friendly chat. Are you John Morrison? You sure look like him.
It's like, and you all?
I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just here with my son.
Did you kill a fella out in Roanoke a few months back?
No, wasn't me.
That was my brother.
I'm real sorry, friend, but he was trying to rob.
You're talking bullshit, mister. Kill him.
Okay. Hey, he's got money on him. This guy just he just slumped up against a tree. First season Hell on Wheels is legit great. 2 is good. I say you get worse and worse every season. Okay. Yeah, I mean, for me, it's like
It's okay. You're okay.
trailers like
It's okay. Come on,
they often give too much away.
let's go.
I mean,
Come on.
I don't
Yeah.
put a whole lot of stock in them one way or the other anymore. I mean, granted, you can learn from a trailer if a movie is going to be garbage, I think, but I don't think you can learn if a movie is going to be good based on a trailer. So, you know, at best, it can intrigue you, I suppose. So, like usually, if it's a trailer for something I've never heard of, I'm fine watching it. But if it's something I've already been following and that I'm aware of, I don't care to watch it that much.
If you hadn't listened, things could have gone real wrong for us.
Gosh, Jack is such a puss. It's like hyperventilating and stuff. And I'm like, dude, calm down. Just chill out.
What was it called? What was the name, boy?
Beecher's Hope.
That's right. Beecher's Hope. Over by Blackwater. You like the idea of
Hope's a
that, huh?
beach.
Us on the ranch?
I don't know.
I could see you as a rancher's boy. Like Duncan Geddes, huh?
Why you drive like this?
I wasn't so sure, but yeah, that kind of life might suit us. Wouldn't be such a chore.
I guess Tarantino's final film won't be out for quite a long time. I mean, I have no idea if he's even working on it, but I know that an article came out today. He's none too happy with the way he's none too happy with the way things are done at cinemas now, where you basically get what he called a token 4-week release. And I'm like, I kind of see what's. I mean, it's like I do see his point. It's hard to argue with this point, but at the same time, I mean, the flip side is, well, Hollywood's putting out trash. But then again, I think he understands that. He brought up the fact that, you know, this is like one of the worst eras for movies we've ever had, and I'm like, yeah.
I don't.
Yeah, so.
Shot at? What happened?
Alright, take it easy, Hyperbolic.
Followed by who?
Probably someone who knew me. If we didn't get into particulars, I'm sorry.
My son. Our son.
It was your
Well,
dress that caused all the problem.
Weren't even a dress. It was a gift for you.
it still caused the problem. You were like, hey, wink, wink, it's in your name. It's like, well, it turned out it wasn't, so why were you speaking code, lady? Lady!
Mr. Jim.
Hey.
There's a telegram messenger for you over there, near the house.
There is? Okay. Thanks, Abe.
I just want Tarantino to do another Western. I mean, I'd be down with that. It's fine. I've actually always been intrigued by the idea of him doing sci-fi, but I mean, if he's doing a play, I don't know. I mean, that could be a Western potentially. It could be something else, because I know Hateful Eight, they did kind of a reading like it was a play. And you could definitely stage that as a play. I know there's also still some rumblings about him doing a few episodes of Bounty Law, the show from Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I think that'd be cool. So, we'll see.
Excuse me, mister. I'm Jim Milton. Heard you had a telegram for me?
Yes. Here. Sign there.
Thank you. Jim, stop. If you're the JM I know, stop. It's Sadie Adler. I've got something to discuss.
Sadie!
Hey, good. Meet me in saloon in Valentine.
I'd be down for it.
I'm there most days. Stop. Sadie Adler. I'll be damned.
I imagine Abigail will be totally cool with this idea.
Abigail.
And she's gone.
Darling John, a kind lady in the village helped me write this.
She had men problems of her own, but that's a different story. Listen, I've begged you, but it don't seem to make much difference. I've tried everything I know to make you grow up. And you know I love you, but loving you means I can't watch you do this. Time after time, we've had to run because of your behavior and your decisions. We got a son. I got a son. And I love our son enough that I can't have him around while you're like this. I had so many dreams, John. I hoped you would change. We all saw what happened to them that didn't, but you part of you is hell-bent on ending up the same way.
A brand new reality series about himself and his
I love
family.
you
Yeah, I
too
saw
much
that.
to watch that no more. Abigail.
I mean, it kind of was, Jacob.
Where's the wife, Milton?
Do you do Alien, Predator, or Blade Runner
I
movie?
saw her leaving with the boy and the bags. What's going on?
You married, Mr.
Uh,
Dickens?
No.
That don't
probably
surprise me.
Predator.
What'd you do?
I think that would suit him
I
best.
hear about you shooting more fellas over
If I were to
by
rank
Strawberry?
those, I'd rank them in Predator, Alien, and then Blade Runner. I think Predator fits his sensibilities best.
Interested, that's all.
Ain't nothing interesting, unless you find gossip about a man's marriage worthy of your time.
Guess not. There's work to be done, unless you're running off too.
I ain't going nowhere. I'm here to work. Gotta save money, get her what she wants.
What does she want?
She wants a place of her own. Said she found a plot up at Beecher's Hope.
You? A rancher? You'll starve.
Probably.
Keep yourself busy. Take your mind off it.
Nice encouragement, thank you. Thoughts on Alien Earth? Couldn't care less about it. I saw the teaser for it. I was like, wow, this is just one giant member berry. But I couldn't care less. I think Alien is largely a dead franchise. There hasn't been anything good Alien-wise since Aliens, so I just want it to stop. I think him doing a Blade Runner movie would be interesting given his experience in crime movies. I mean, potentially, but the reason I would lean against Blade Runner is because I think Blade Runner works best when you're focused in mostly on like 1 to 2 characters. There's something kind of isolated about it, and I think he is really good at working with like group dynamics and stuff. That's why I think Predator could work really well for him, where he could have a group of people who are, being hunted, stuff kind of harkening back to the first Predator. In an Alien sequel, you could do something similar to that too. But, dialogue and conversations between people those are his strengths, but he also likes to infuse a lot of humor into it. What just happened? Didn't help him, I was following. Alien is a way more dead franchise than Predator. I don't know. I mean, Predator only has one great entry to begin with. But it has 2 okay ones, I guess. So technically, I guess it is one more watchable movie. But at the same time, I mean, it's way more dead on the critical side of the. Well, I don't know. Actually, it isn't, because I mean, the reception that Prey got, actually, that and Romulus were similarly positive for most people, even though both of those movies suck. But I don't like where either of them are at. I mean, I'll say this: of the 2, Predator has the worst singular film out of either of them, because The Predator is one of the worst movies I've ever seen. That movie's horrendous. Man, but they're both pretty dead as far as I'm concerned. If they never made another movie of either of those franchises, it wouldn't bother me. I'm not a huge fan of franchising. Although the Predators did give us that hilarious line from Walton Goggins. I'm gonna grate me some fine biatches. Oh my gosh, that exchange is so funny. It's so funny. It's one of my favorite lines from a mediocre movie I've ever heard.
That's her full.
I mean, Predators is a very silly movie, but that line is so good.
Oh, thank you. Means a lot. Hey, you think I could speak with Mr. Geddes? See if maybe he's open to offering me some guidance?
No, I'm sure he'd be happy to hear you speak at least.
Thank you, Mr. Dickens.
It's like, when I get back to Earth, I'm gonna do so much cocaine. If Tarantino went an original sci-fi, where do you think he would go? I mean, like, what kind of sci-fi? I don't know. I don't know, I have to think about that. Yeah, I've heard the Alien and Predator Omnibus comics are good. I have heard that.
Hey, son. How's that bull?
Fine, Mr. Milton.
Your father in? Can I have a word?
Sure. I'll just get him.
Pow! I'm right here.
I mean, I would guess he would probably do something along the lines of Star Trek.
Sorry for the disturbance.
Because I know he was a fan of it, but
My wife, she just began her morning discourse
yeah,
on the subject of my
Israel
faults.
brought that up too. So
Experience I think every man can relate to.
In some ways, my wife also has issues with some of the decisions I've made. Real issues.
Hmm?
Do you believe a man can change, sir?
Where is this heading?
Guess I don't know. I've tried to be a good hand. I've worked hard to secure your property.
And for that, we are grateful.
And you've paid me well besides. The thing is, I suppose, I need to get a place of my own, so I can prove to my wife that I've changed.
I understand.
But I ain't got much money. I ain't asking to borrow none. But maybe you could go to the bank and put in a good word so they could give me a loan.
A loan, huh?
So I can buy that place, Beecher's Hope?
Yes, I know it. Yes, of course, sure. It'd be my pleasure. But take my advice, Milton. Take your money and go buy passage on a boat. Go to Brazil and forget all about family.
Jeez.
Just joking, son. Just make sure you deal with...
Or learn about the behind the scenes of Blade Runner, the more like a miracle that films. Oh yeah. Heck, even if you read
Thank you, sir.
Do Androids Dream of Electric Sheep, and how so much of that book is different story-wise. It's because it's, I mean, at least like if you look at the way that story begins, it's very different. It is very different. Yeah, really, Jacob. Okay, that was definitely fan service. But it's the kind of fan service I like. Really love the people's version of Blade Runner script. That's what got his approval. Yeah, and I know he loved the like the world they created, like the appearance of it. He thought, this is exactly what I imagined. So let's see, we got Sadie here. Yeah, I think that's our next mission. Whoops, hang on. You all can't see what I see right now. Just something from my television that I accidentally... The remote control for my TV is very, very sensitive. I can't disagree, Israel. I still think the second trailer they released for 2049 is still one of my favorite movie trailers ever. Like, the music in that trailer is just pitch perfect. Though I would agree with some people that it's kind of a misleading trailer because it makes it seem more like an action movie, and it's like, okay, it's not an action movie, but it's a movie that has a little bit of action in it. But I still love that trailer. I think it's awesome. Yeah, exactly. He was blown away when he saw what they made it look like. So I think that's really cool. I actually think it's funny because when you look at an adaptation like that and the author's reaction to it, despite it being... Oh, I don't disagree, Israel. I don't mind the amount of action in Blade Runner 2049. It's just the impression that people got was, oh, this is going to be a lot of action. And I was like, I personally didn't care, but it's just, I can understand why they felt a little misled, but it's fine. But yeah, when you look at adaptations and the way people think they should be done now, whereas when you look at, Philip K. Dick's book and how different the movie is from it, and yet he was very happy with it, I think that's actually really cool. And I think a lot of people in the audience kind of focus on the wrong things for adaptations. Like, a lot of people get really, really picky about, like, casting as far as appearance goes. It's like, well, this person doesn't look exactly like this person. Well, that's stupid. And I'm like, okay, I get that you want somebody who looks relatively close in appearance, but sometimes the person with the best look might not be a good actor. So to me, that's kind of secondary. I mostly want someone who performs well. Like, if you watch the movie Shadowlands, you have Anthony Hopkins playing C.S. Lewis. They look nothing alike. C.S. Lewis and Anthony Hopkins don't remotely look the same. But Hopkins is brilliant in that movie. And you forget, it's like he totally disappears behind that. So I'm like, to me, like, the appearance part, it's kind of secondary to somebody I trust to actually do the role well. I think a big problem with 2049 is they didn't bring in people like to clean up French story. Yeah, I agree. I think the movie could have been better if they had done that. And I get that people are put off by the movies because the movie is very slow paced. It is. I don't personally mind that element of it too much because I actually like looking at it, but and I think the soundtrack does a lot of really good work in it. But it's funny, since joining YouTube, since getting on YouTube, I haven't really analyzed 2049 yet. So I'm curious to, because I do like the movie a lot. But I'm curious how many of the complaints that I've heard hold up. The one I will grant, which I agree is kind of was a really dumb part of 2049, because I noticed it like even when I first saw the movie, is when Deckard sees the replicated version of Rachel, he says her eyes were green, and I'm like, no, they're not. Sean Young's eyes are brown. It's like, her eyes are brown. I get when you got really close, there was some discoloration, but I'm like, that's not actually the color of her eyes. So it was kind of a silly part they got wrong. Nope, they're not. Her eyes aren't green. I think when you get close to, like, her eyes, like, there's a bit of discoloration, and it's because of the analog screen, they looked greenish, but her eyes are brown. Yeah. Yeah, it was a really weird mistake to make that. I was like, Oh, I know. It's weird because Sean Young's is pretty crazy, but yeah, gosh, and Blade Runner, she's gorgeous in that movie. It's like, dang, she's quite lovely in that movie. And she actually grew up in the same city I grew up in.
Now, you see, Helen, Acri here is a silly boy. And Protus isn't a boy at all, but a chimpanzee that a man shaves a face into every day. Now, that's very useful if you need to climb a tree, but a good conversationalist, you can't punch, my sweet. It's sad, really. Oh, my, our friend.
Hello?
Our friend?
Can punch.
What are you talking about?
Here, would you? And thrash this impudent wretch. Thrash. No man alive can thrash.
Yeah, she's a little cray-cray.
What's your name, sir?
But yeah.
John could. Easily. You, maybe, but not me. I know. Punch us both. As hard as you can. You'll break his glass jaw, and I'll be left standing. The night and the name.
Good idea. Hit me, then. Dear boy, give the feeble fellow a little tap and watch him crumble.
This is so weird.
Come on.
Her face looks like a face an artist carved out in blur. Yeah, I mean, she's... I mean, and... Because I know part of what they were going for with her character was they wanted somebody that kind of had a vintage beauty type look. Like something that harkened back to like the old cinema classics, and I'm like, yep, that's what they got. They very much got that.
Weren't you taught never to hit girls? Punch a man for once.
Oh, it's welcome back, Hyperbolic.
I think he's done for.
Kick him in the balls. Oh my gosh, he actually wants me to. Oh no.
Don't worry, sir. Mine are made of steel.
They've come out his ears.
What the heck?
Enough, gentlemen?
Yes, I think so. I slipped, and I hope you killed the leprechaun. And he's still alive? Shoot him, please, one of you.
There, up you get. We need to get some steak on those wounds.
What?
Gentlemen?
Why would you ruin steak like that? No. My foot? We need to put some steak on your penises. It's like, no, you don't. Don't ruin the steak. What did the steak ever do? Yeah, I know Harrison Ford and often got quite annoyed. They're like, he's been kinder about her over the years since then, but that was a pretty contentious relationship they had. Because Harrison Ford just was like, I'm working with an amateur.
Watch the post, girl.
They should let me shave the beard. I like John Marston without the beard. I think the beard fits Arthur better.
I thought I told you to leave it, Bubba.
I thought to myself who this little girl thinks she's telling anything to.
Enjoy your drink in peace. I ain't got no business with you right now.
What that mean?
For the last time.
You know who John Boy Media is? I've heard of John Boy Media. I don't know anything about John Boy Media, though.
Get the hell out of here before she kills us all.
You!
Get out of here.
John Marston.
It's good to see you.
I thought I heard a rumor you was alive.
Oh, it's my favorite Western.
Guess I didn't.
Let's see.
My identity. We didn't hear nothing about you.
I really love 310 to Yuma, the remake.
I thought that sounded like you.
Fistful of Dollars is up there. Unforgiven is definitely up there.
Always so kind to me.
I'm looking to buy some property. Beecher's Hope.
There's a lot of candidates, but I'd probably have to lean 310 to Yuma because it is the one I've watched the most.
You know how it is.
But
Bounties mostly.
there's a few that I'd put up for consideration. Once Upon a Time in the West is great. Yeah.
Straight. Sort of.
Oh, it's legal. Usually.
Then, maybe.
Come on then.
What? Where are we headed?
Strawberry. Got on the run from New York. Good price for him.
What'd he do?
Rob a bank.
With a gun?
No, with a pen. He's an accountant, I think.
Sounds easy.
Oh, a white collar criminal.
We got a bit of a ride.
I know. Your telegram. You said you had something to discuss. I didn't think we'd be chasing down an outlaw.
There's something else.
What?
Micah.
Micah?
I think so. I heard of someone sounded like him about a year back.
Okay.
We always said if we found him.
I know what we said we'd do. That ain't changed.
Wait, when did y'all say that?
I didn't think I'd see any of you again after you left for the Yukon.
We came back. Didn't strike it rich, as you can see.
But you're a rancher now.
I aim to be. Probably why I can't afford it. This country's becoming real civilized.
Really? You've never seen Once Upon a Time in the West? Yeah. I highly recommend it. That's an all-timer. The Searchers, Big Country, Unforgiven, Old True Grit, Old and New 310 Yuma. I mean, I love the New True Grit also. New True Grit is fantastic. And I mean, and I'm not even accounting, by the way, for any like the modern kind of neo-westerns like No Country for Old Men. I prefer to keep those in their own separate category. Oh, and I'll tell you another couple that I love are High Plains Drifter and Pale Rider. Love those movies. Outlaw Josie Wales is, of course, great. Imagine if Harrison really got along. That could have an interesting combo back when we really cared. Yeah, could have been.
Bald 45. Okay. You head up that way. I'll meet you in a bit.
Say, I mean to meet my friend in town, but I don't know where he's staying. Bald New Yorker, Nathan Kirk. You know where he is?
Afraid I don't know.
Drake May made the Pro Bowl. What, like as an alternate? Interesting. There are a lot of good old westerns. And I mean, there's some solid new ones too. There's a very underrated one with Michael Fassbender called Slow West that I think is pretty dang good. What's Vex? Late Coast Stringley brings out some of the better elements of Ridley. I agree.
We get plenty of New Yorkers here. It's resort town, you see. The Adirondacks of the West, the mayor calls it. But I can't remember any of the bastards.
Okay.
Ask in the general store or the post office. They tend to know who's in residence.
Back to the Future 3, is that a western? I mean, it technically kind of is. I think that, I mean, obviously it's a hybrid of, western and sci-fi, but I mean, it's kind of a western and it's a fun one. I actually quite like Back to the Future 3. Did you see all the Clint Eastwood steelbooks, man? I did not. Ooh, I'll have to look that up. High Noon, that's another really good western.
You seen a fella from New York, bald guy?
Yeah, a few New Yorkers come here in search of the West.
This one's a wanted man. I work for the government. Sort of.
Tombstone is very much a western that reverts back to the classic American. Yeah, and I like Tombstone a lot. Tombstone's a lot of fun. I think it's a bit overrated because it's just sheer entertainment. But
what now?
It is still really fun. I mean, as far as Young Guns is concerned, I mean, I thought Young Guns was fine. I didn't love it, but I thought it was fine. Yeah, Stagecoach. Obviously, Tarantino's gonna. Django's great.
Mr. Kirk,
Even though technically Django takes place in the South, but it's obviously doing the Western thing. Yeah, I do. I would agree with that. Tombstone is a good entry level Western. Which, I mean, it kind of for me was an entry. It was the entry level Western. Yeah, I think Django's pretty great. Hateful Eight I think is fine, but Django's awesome. Granted, Django's not like a typical Western, but it's a really fun one. But for my money, I think 3:10 to Yuma is the best modern Western as far as time period, the time it came out. I love 3:10 to Yuma. It is such a man movie. Yeah, I agree. Tombstone, once you start to see better Westerns by comparison, and you focus in on the writing, it's got a lot more problems than most people like to say, but yeah, 3:10 to Yuma is so freaking good. Yeah, True Grit 2010's right up there with it, yeah.
Thanks for that, Mr. Kirk. Real fun.
I'm an innocent man, but it's all a mistake. My wife is a desperate woman. Hey, you married, sir?
MMM list? I mean, I think it should be, definitely.
She made me do it. She broke.
What now? Where shall I send the money? I ain't been paid yet.
Hold on to it for me. Need to speak to the bank over in Blackwater. Get a loan for the property. Might make them happy to see I've got a boss.
So I've got a couple
Oh, I agree, Waylon.
I could use your help with if you're interested. I'm usually at the saloon in
I think there's quite a few figures from the Old West that would make for interesting subjects that haven't been done yet. Yeah, the Great Silence is that's a excellent movie. Grim too. That is a great grim Western. Very much a pull no punches story. And I like it. He was so morally ambiguous. I mean, I almost think that makes him more interesting. I think moral ambiguity kind of works really well for a Western. Well, hang on, actually, we'll save that for post game stuff. Ansel Atherton. That's quite a name. Well, when I call them modern Westerns, I just mean modern in terms of release date, not modern in terms of sensibilities or time period or anything. Whoa. It's okay, John. Calm down. Calm down. Got a bit touchy there, John.
Easy now.
What is here? That's the photography guy. To kill 42 men, I believe 27 of those are confirmed. Yeah. Actually, I do know this mission. I'm not worried about it right now. I'm not worried about it. Eyes on the prize, or trying to beat the game. It's like I do eventually want to play other games. We are close to wrapping this one up. Actually, I think, let me check something. What's the name of this mission? That's interesting. The name of that mission didn't actually come up. No Country or Hell or High Water? Oh, No Country for Old Men. I mean, as much as I love Hell or High Water, I don't think those two movies are close. I would take No Country for Old Men in a heartbeat. No Country is like in my top 20 all time. I think that's the best movie the Coen brothers have ever done, which is saying a lot. Anyone ever read the Dark Tower books? Stephen King is a vagina, but those books are well done. I mean, I've heard they're good books. I haven't read them myself, but I've heard those are pretty good. I mean, King's done good books before. I'm not a huge fan of his reading wise, but I mean, it's just separating the art from the artist. You can be a crappy person and still produce good art. That's unfortunately a lot of great art is produced by shite individuals. Yeah, and we've come into Blackwater. Is this a mistake? She did a sci-fi western. That could be interesting. It could be interesting. It could be.
What a girl you're becoming.
Hola. You keep them well?
Excuse me, sir. Can I help you?
Can I help you? I hope so. I want a loan, sir. A line of credit, so I can buy some property.
What property?
An old ranch, Beecher's Hope.
Oh, that old dump?
I know it ain't much, but I ain't much of a farmer either. But I will get there.
That is a very unusual way of asking for a loan.
Sci-fi western like Firefly? Actually, I think Firefly is tonally something that would be right up Tarantino's alley.
Mr. Geddes, I work for him. He said that you could help me out. I mean, if you can.
So old David Geddes told you I'm the kind of man to loan a man with two names money so he can buy a rundown farm on account of his lack of farming skills, huh?
Don't sound too promising when you put it like that.
Well, how would you put it?
Sorry to waste your time, sir.
Oh, sit down. I'm sure we can figure something out. Now, of course, we'll be expecting you to make regular payments, and given a lack of much evidence you got any means of repaying, the terms won't be too great. But if my cousin vouches for you, it'll be okay with the bank.
Really?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Now, of course, we'll be expecting our money back regular as clockwork until the debt's settled. Otherwise, the farm reverts to the bank, no matter how much you paid.
I understand.
Well, why don't you go check out the land while I fix the contracts and talk to Mr. Geddes. Oh, I heard there's squatters up there. We've been having so many problems recently, they'll need clearing on.
Sure.
Well, come back when you're done and we'll fix up the paperwork.
Maybe the squatters will have some money on them that can make payments with. Now we gotta head till Beecher's Hope. Because beachers be crazy. Hang on, let me see. Home of the Gentry. Oh, okay, this is actually the last. There's two portions of the epilogue, and this is the end of the first portion. Oh no. Gavin's friend is still looking for him all these years later. Poor guy. We should just make that into a movie. Forget like adapting to get the whole of Red Dead. I just want to know what happens with Gavin and his friend. Does he ever find him? Red Dead: The Search for Gavin. What's up, Boosh?
Easy there, old fool. Don't be like me. Be a wise man. Be a fool for love.
Oh, calm down there.
Help a blind man.
Okay, sure.
You have learned the most important lesson of all. That only one thing matters. All else is lies.
Well, okay then. Come on, lady.
Please, I need to be alone with my thoughts now.
I mean, they could go that route, Bush. They could. You could change the Red Dead to like Pink Dead or something. Bigger, deeper, and better looking this game is than Star Wars Outlaws. Well, it's impressive how bad new games are. Yeah, I mean, we, uh-oh. Hang on. Red 10 transition. Cool, a native. It ain't colonizing if you shoot first. But yeah, a lot of modern games are just, ugh, so many of them are just pure junk. I mean, seriously, like the PS5 console era, whatever generation this is, has been like disappointing is not even the right word. It's just been flat out awful. There's no innovation on most fronts. Like most of the games are crap. I mean, when you look at like just PS5 for example, one of the earliest games was the Demon Souls remake, right? Demon Souls remake is still like one of the two best looking games you can get on PS5. Like they have really not done much to exceed that in appearance, and this is just talking graphics. And honestly, the only like games that like one of the only games that really stood out for me for PS5 is Returnal. That game's incredible, but nobody bought it. God of War Ragnarok was great. I mean, I enjoyed the heck out of God of War Ragnarok story-wise. I think gameplay-wise, it's just eh. I wasn't big on the gameplay. I think the gameplay is just okay.
I hope so. Who's in charge here?
No one, mister. This is a free country.
Now that I ain't so sure about. Listen, I'm buying this land. I'm afraid afraid you guys are gonna have to go somewhere else.
Who's this?
I ain't sure. Some fancy Dan city boy says he owns this land. Or he's gonna.
Owns it.
That's what he says.
Okay. And how come we live in here?
I ain't sure.
Get the hell out of here. This land belongs to me now.
Ain't nothing on this earth belongs to no one, partner.
Oh gosh, they're communists.
You made your decision then, partner.
This is it!
I mean, my issue with Ragnarok's gameplay, it's not that it's not open or anything, it's just I don't think they innovated very far past the previous God of War. I think the God of War that preceded its gameplay is very, very, very similar. So, I mean, I was kind of hoping they would have innovated past that a little bit more. But story-wise, I think it's a very well-written game. So I do really like God of War a lot, but...
It's you, the man with 2 names and no past.
That actually, it's weird because Ragnarok, you could argue, is technically a PS4 game that got ported over to PS5.
Well, I got your paperwork ready. Now, you sure about buying this place? It's really run down and the price isn't too great.
I think it would mean a lot for my wife. At least mean I was listening to her.
Okay. Well, sign here and here.
It's the good scat, though. Because, I mean, like, say God of War Ragnarok is on PS4, so really it's kind of a port on PS5. So it almost doesn't count. And that's kind of the other thing, is they're still making... It's part of the reason why I think graphics haven't jumped forward, is because
now we own you, Mr. Marsh.
PS5 for so long was so hard to acquire that they basically, the vast majority of the games that have come out for PS5 are made to be PS4 games that just are a little bit better looking on PS5. So it's just
owned by the bank. I'm joking. They own me. They just own your property.
Mechanics are way more independent. It looks like the first.
Any home improvements you need to make.
The problem is the game doesn't make most of that clear.
Be good, Mr. Marston. Welcome to
Like I said, it's like even if you love God of War Ragnarok, it's like it's basically a PS4 game.
Just joking.
To me, it's like once if your game can be played on PS4 and PS5, it's like I'm going to mostly just refer to it as a PS4 game.
You was dead, boy. Dead.
Uncle?
The very same. Come here. I saw you going into the bank. And by the looks of things, you ain't
In
broke.
depth, gotcha.
Going straight.
Bull crap.
No, for real. Well, I'm trying.
All these years, you ain't changed a bit. Maybe a little bit. Thought you was dead.
Not yet.
But the load times are fast. Yeah.
Problem. I'll come too.
No, you don't.
That's the funny thing about that stupid PS5 Pro. It's just like it's a paperweight. It's the most useless upgrade. It's like, why would I upgrade to a PS5 Pro? What's the point? What games are there that need to be upgraded? What does that mean for Elden Ring? Oh, definitely the same thing. Elden Ring is a PS4 game. Elden Ring was developed to be a PS4 game. It's just that's why it got delayed so many times. Is once they realized, oh, this is going to be at the tail end of the console cycle. We're just going to call it a PS5 title, but it'll be cross-platform. You can play it on both of them. And I'm like, it looks like a PS4 game. Elden Ring environmentally is nice to look at, don't get me wrong, but play Elden Ring and Demon Souls, which is just PS5, side by side, even though Demon Souls came out first. Demon Souls looks way better. It's not even close, because that game was made native to PS5's hardware. Elden Ring was made for PS4's hardware. I've played the PS4 and the PS5 versions. They're borderline identical.
Not that that's any of your
Like, there's very little difference between the way those two games look. It's not, I wouldn't go so far as to call it imperceptible, but it's not, there's very little difference.
Is Abigail there? No. She's...
Yeah, Elden Ring is very much a PS4 title.
Jack are waiting until I'm set up before joining me out here.
You mean she left you? Oh, I never thought she was a smart woman, but, you know, this makes me think maybe I was wrong.
No more of that. Just bought this place.
I mean, shoot, this game looks better than Elden Ring, by far. It's not even close. This game came out several years prior. This is a 2018 game, and it's still one of the best-looking games ever made. It's part of the reason why I do praise Returnal so much, aside from the fact that it's a phenomenal game with a phenomenal story and unbelievable gameplay. It's an actual PS5 game. The only other platform you can play it on is PC, because it's actually... it looks like a next-gen title. I've heard Deathloop is similarly good-looking, because I know that's native to PS5 and whatnot, but Elden Ring on PS4 makes the PS4 sound like it's about to explode.
Okay.
When we could read the text on TVs before 1080p. I know, right?
Why exactly did you buy this dump?
For Abigail?
Why? Is she an idiot? No. What were you thinking?
I don't know. She said she wanted it.
What,
You
Deathloop?
ever seen it? Are
Uh,
you gonna farm here?
came out about...
You don't have a hope here.
I want to say it came out the same year, or maybe the year before Elden Ring did.
On your way.
No, you're stuck with me. Seems I'm stuck with you. John.
I mean, heck, even Armored Core 6, which is same company as Elden Ring, came out after Elden Ring,
I know you're an idiot.
looks more like a PS4 game. I mean, it's a good-looking game, but... Deathloop is Xbox only now? It's not Xbox only, I own it. I don't have an Xbox. I own it on my PS5. I think Deathloop got, I don't know if it was ever technically an exclusive, it's just, it came out for PS5 first, and it was one of those delayed release. The other game I was on? Which one? Because I've talked several games. I've talked Demon Souls, I've talked, Returnal. Returnal's the one I've been mostly talking about, but... Riveting gameplay. Hey, don't knock the house building.
Feel good? Yeah, it's me again.
Alright, let's feed the horsey. And they took Deathloop off the PS Plus, and now it's on Game Pass. What's Returnal? Okay, so Returnal it's a sci-fi game made by the company Housemarque, who, I don't know if you ever played the game on PS4 called Resogun. Highly recommend it. Resogun is a blast. It's one of the best arcade-style games you can play. It's so much freaking fun. But Housemarque then turned around and made Returnal afterwards, which has similar elements to its gameplay, but they're night and day. They're completely different games, and it's got a story that you kind of uncover over time. It has a lot of grounding in like mythology and whatnot. I don't want to spoil anything about the story because it's got a lot of interesting twists and turns. It's basically it's what they call a roguelike. It's a roguelike third-person shooter. The shooting mechanics and the movements and whatnot is really, really smooth. Its gameplay is so well integrated. A lot of the upgrades and stuff you pick up, it's based on a risk-reward system. Basically, almost everything you pick up, there's a positive element to it and there's a negative element to it. So you have to kind of weigh out whether you consider a potential upgrade worth it at the time. I won't lie, there's a bit of a learning curve to it. It is a very difficult game. I had a tough time with it for a long while, but once you get the hang of it, it's, for my money, it's one of the best games ever made. I absolutely adore that game, and for this current console generation we're on, it has the best boss fight I've played this generation. Better than anything in Elden Ring. I would take Returnal over Elden Ring any day. I think Returnal is a significantly better game than an Elden Ring, and I like Elden Ring a lot. But Elden Ring to me is like an 8.5 out of 10, whereas Returnal's a 10. I think Returnal is absolutely incredible. But it is hard. It is a tough game.
Ow! I'm getting up. Oh, no, wait, what did I have to tell you? I went into town. I got a little drunk. Oh, shit! Well, we gotta go. We gotta go to Saint Denis. Charles Smith is alive, I reckon.
Charles Smith alive? Really?
I reckon. Unless I dreamed it all, and by the sound of it, not doing too good neither.
I would say this also, if you're playing Returnal, pay attention to the tutorials. Like, really pay attention to them, because there is a learning curve to that game. It is not an easy game to learn, and the more knowledge you have, the better off you are. So whatever the game is telling you as far as teaching tutorials, pay attention to them. It is very helpful to know what you're supposed to do.
Sure. Let's split up. Good idea. I'll take the saloons, you take the slums.
How about I take the saloons and you take the slums?
I need a Blade Runner. I like how you accidentally called it Braid Runner, because that sounds like what the Asian guy says at the beginning of the movie. He said, "You Braid Runner." Oh my goodness. Why'd I leave my horse in the first place when I have to walk this far? The heck, game? Just let me stay on the horse. That wasn't an accident. Perfect. See, decorating those noodles. Instant craving. Yeah. It's one of those food scenes that's very effective. It's like, I want noodles. It was on PS Plus, and one of the memes on my channel is, I don't read anything well. Those things barely at all. Well, if you want to get good at Returnal, you're going to have to read. I mean, it's not like it's hard reading or anything. It's just, whenever a tutorial comes up, pay attention to it. But yeah, Returnal is, it's so freaking good. But,
Don't chew your reins off, Missy.
expect to die a lot. Reading is gay. Yeah. Sounds like something Knobs would say.
Hi there. Don't believe we've met before.
Hey now.
Oh, excuse me. Oops.
Decker drank a lot of whiskey in that movie. That's true. A few mixed drinks, too. Okay. Now it's already a quarter. Did I live stream Eternal? Yes, I did. I did indeed. I live streamed my first playthrough of it. And I completely fell head over heels for it. What's funny is, like, for a little while, like, because I was having trouble with it, I almost quit. Because, I mean, it was kicking my butt, and I was like, dang it, this is fun, but this is a really hard game to progress through. And then once I started to understand it, I was like, okay, this is actually pretty awesome. And then as you get more and more into the story and you start to piece the elements together, you're like, whoa, this is actually awesome. You should play some old school Assassin's Creed after this. I probably will at some point play Assassin's Creed, but not directly after this. Reading is the apex homosexual. It's the Tywin Lannister of activities.
You're a good girl now.
Oh, I feel bad about bumping into that lady now, that Asian lady. I bumped into her pretty aggressively. No worry, no harm done. It's like, oh. Now I'm sorry.
What took you so long?
Oh, good Lord. I was just beginning to enjoy some peace and quiet.
Ask that first barman I met. He told
Tywin was getting with ladies of the night in every town he stopped in. We're referring to that video that Remarkable Republican YouTube channel did that EFAP made fun of. He literally made a video called Tywin Lannister Homosexual. He basically refers to him as the apex homo.
So are you. So's he.
It's so stupid, but it's hilarious.
I'm alive.
Uncle thought maybe he was in some sort of trouble.
Charles is in Fight Club.
I don't know. I'm throwing fights for a few dollars.
Do we know if Stuckman liked Blade Runner 2049?
Sure.
I believe it was his favorite movie of that year.
Of course not.
So,
let me go place a bet. Come on. Man, I thought you were
Is
dead.
it parody? I don't think it is.
she left me.
I mean, I have heard after the EFAP thing that
Myself to win.
Remarkable Republican has tried to claim his videos are a troll, but it kind of seems more like damage control, if anything else. EFAP did a funny on Spider-Man regarding Mary Jane. I've seen that. Yeah, that was funny.
Wager on the wolf pair? Real redskin brave.
Sure, I'm a fan of the wolf. Give me a bet on him.
Have I got a treat for you? An epic battle between
Everyone knows Hugh Jackman is the apex homosexual. That might actually be true. Isn't trolling in their Game of Thrones videos, but they're also fun. I agree, yeah. Their videos are really good. Plus, they're cool folk.
the untamable, the unbeaten, and dare I say unbeatable, lone wolf. You know how this works. No weapons, no forfeiting, no crying like a mean child. Everything else goes.
What happens if you do those things, huh? What happens if you cry?
Or you win by death. Let's have a good fight, boys. Let's keep it clean, but not so clean.
Apparently, Jackman is a very dominant top. Recolonize the fighting pit. Or decolonize it. I don't know, whatever it would be called.
What's he doing? Pretend he's Micah. Lone wolf. Try and stay on your feet, you hear? Hit him, lone wolf. Pretend he's...
I'd be curious to see the other channel.
Lone wolf. Gotta get you the hell out of here.
Hey, Lone Wolf, whoa. How? Made my month, but you also made some fellas mighty unhappy.
So it goes.
Here's your shit, partner.
We just made the bet I said we
So you keen on staying around here or heading off with me and Uncle?
But, John, I haven't seen you two in years.
I know. But right now, my sense is you just need to lie low.
Where?
We got a little place up past Blackwater, in the high country.
Okay. I gotta grab my baggage. I booked a steamer heading upriver. That's why I was pretending to throw the fight.
Okay, boys. I'll meet you at the bridge outside Saint Denis.
What are you doing?
Oh, just have a few errands to run.
You're useless.
I am a deep thinker.
Be quick.
Come on.
Hi, I'm a deep thinker.
This way. My bag's on the dockside. So, What happened?
The dark side? Like, of the Force?
Arthur helped me get out. Gave me a chance to...
If Bart's dad was gay, he'd be homosexual. Yes.
Arthur...
Sure. Word got to me up north, so I went
That's dusting off an oldie there.
If any of us had been found, we'd have...
But a classic, nonetheless.
He's where he would have wanted to be. A pretty hillside, facing the evening sun.
He gave me his satchel with some of his things in it.
What's the best cut of Blade Runner? I prefer the final cut. I do think the final cut's the best cut. Might be kind of a normie answer, I guess, but I think it's the best one.
As much as any of us could be.
Getting sick like that has to rattle a fella.
I definitely don't care for the narration of the original, but... What's that from? What, homosexual? I'm pretty sure Bart has called Homer homosexual.
That makes sense. Very well, then.
I know growing up as a kid, homosexual was kind of in the vernacular because of The Simpsons, just kind of as a joke, but I'm pretty sure Bart says it.
All kind of things, but one thing I know, he ain't around here. I ain't heard nothing real in years since, well, that time.
Nor me. Micah.
I hope that bastard's dead. You know, he was the one speaking to them agents.
What?
Putting them on us the whole time. Or since before I got off Sisika.
They picked up Strauss. The agents. Made a real mess of him. I heard he died.
Yeah, I don't necessarily mind the idea of the narration, because, I mean, obviously it harkens back to film noir, but it wasn't well implemented at all. And they wanted to kind of force it in, and it's like, I think if it had been natural to the idea, it's like it would have worked better. And obviously if Harrison Ford had tried to act during it. But, yeah, it's not a bad idea, it's just, I'm okay with them not having it.
Gangs like ours don't ride off into the sunset.
I think the final cut is superior. Plus the digital and like the enhancements they made to make sure the film looked cleaner, and fixing some of the very obviously bad effects shots or moments where like when the chick's getting shot, you can tell that's her double. Like, it's pretty horribly done in the original.
Hey. Come over here.
What now?
Well, you go there.
Wrote the narration. Yeah. I can't remember what the other channel was called. He probably... Oh, I'm sure he probably links it in his home section. I see his... Oh. Oh, he got it with a shotgun. And now he has no idea. A Mauser! Hang on. Okay, here we go. Now we've got a Mauser and Johns. Mausers are cool.
Over the bridge going out of town.
And it's already superior to that KGP Psycho. Not a high bar, I know, but she's dealing with the media being a bunch of poop heads, and KGP didn't, yeah.
Keep your eye out. San Denis ain't short on police.
Remember that. Only too well.
Anyone?
Good so far. Further we get from those gunshots, better chance we have. Of denying it, at least.
No, we can't get caught. Martelli has the police chief in his pocket. If they take us in, we won't get out of the interview room.
I don't want to get in a shootout over this. It's not the man I try to be anymore.
No, I don't want that either. You see anything?
I'll probably wrap it up after this mission. Wow, it's already been 2.5 hours. My goodness. But we might actually finish the game entirely tomorrow. So there you go.
me some simple folk and wide open spaces.
I might play Astrobot next, but I haven't decided yet. I'm not totally sure. Because I haven't played Astrobot, and I do have it. I am looking forward to checking it out.
Come on, let's
Come on, I shouldn't have acted like I know. Boobs. And by the way, Hyperbolic, if you don't know, these streams get re-uploaded to my gaming channel, usually after like a couple of days of being here. Which, the link to that, I mean, one of my mods can put it in the chat if they like, or you can just go to the home page and it's linked to there. Up to you. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up now. Sorry, didn't overly directed Hassel get you. Yeah, he did. I heard it sucked. But anywho, yeah, that is going to wrap things up for today. Like I said, I think tomorrow we might just finish this one. So there you go. But I appreciate y'all hanging out. This was fun. Always a good time chatting with y'all. Tonight I will be on Jacob Ironside's show, Popcorn Talk. We are going to be discussing Hacksaw Ridge. Boosh, you said you're not finding it? Finding the gaming channel? I mean, it's hang on, let me see. Yeah, there it is. I see it. Here, hang on. I'll post it. Yep, I found it fun. Here, I'll go ahead and pop the link in there. Yeah. Alright, anyway, so that's it. Appreciate hanging out with y'all. Again, I will be playing this tomorrow, probably start around the same time, 1 or 2 o'clock Eastern. Until then, good night, God bless, and Godspeed.